Hello, first grade scientists and engineers. Welcome to Friday Science. Today, our goal is to explore more about stars and especially how the patterns of the stars can help you find your way on Earth. So, we're going to be doing a mystery science activity about that. But to get us started, I thought it would help to get some background knowledge, more background knowledge on stars in star galaxies. So let's start with a book called Stars. It says, on a clear night, we can see thousands of stars. Each one looks like a tiny point of light in the dark sky. Stars look tiny, but they are not. Many are bigger than the Earth. Some are thousands of times bigger. Stars are so large they create powerful gravity. Gravity holds the star together. And by the way, gravity is also what the sun's gravity is what keeps the planets in our solar system orbiting around our star, the sun. Speaking of the sun, there is the subtitle to this section, the sun. The Earth, other planets, and smaller objects, such as moons, are part of our solar system. At the center is a star that we call the sun. The sun lights and warms our planet. And the caption says, the sun looks bigger than other stars because it is closer. And that's similar to what we learned in science a couple days ago, where we said the sun, because the sun is closer, it is brighter, and its brightness blocks out the other stars during the day. And if you look at this diagram, you have the sun, and then the closest planet to the sun, the first planet is Mercury. The second planet is Venus. What's the third planet? Yep, there's Earth. Mars is the fourth. Jupiter's the fifth. Saturn is the sixth. Uranus is seventh. Neptune is eighth. And each of these lines are the orbit lines of the planet that goes around the sun, and it's the gravity from the sun that keeps the planets orbiting the sun. Stars are made mostly of burning gases. The temperature on the sun's surface is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so the hottest oven is 500 degrees. If you're making something like pizza, it's even a little bit less than that. And 10,000, that's 20 times hotter than the hottest oven. That's the temperature on the sun. The sun is huge. More than 1 million Earths could fit inside the sun. But in our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, the sun is just an average star. This is the Milky Way galaxy. Notice how it looks like, in a way, it's like milk floating through the sky. And the caption says, the stars that we see belong to the Milky Way. There are at least 100 billion stars in our galaxy. And scientists believe most of those stars have planets circling around them. And even more than that, first grade, this is just one galaxy. Guess how many galaxies God made in the universe? Infinite. And each one of them has billions of stars in it. We are not alone out in space. Subtitle, Stars in Deep Space. There are billions of stars outside our solar system. The nearest, Proxima Centauri, is a part of a triple star system. It is called Alpha Centauri. That's the triple star system. Proxima Centauri is very far away. It would take our fastest spacecraft thousands of years to get there. This subtitle is called Constellations. Astronomy is the study of objects in space. Ancient astronomers used stars to map the night sky. They used imaginary lines to connect and group stars. The star groups that they made are called constellations. The caption says that stars and constellations seem to move across the sky. That is because the Earth spins or rotates on its axis. So it's not the stars and constellations that we see moving, it's actually Earth moving. We spin around on an axis. So we spin around one time in 24 hours. That's what a day is. The amount of time it takes us to spin around one time on our axis like a top. Ursa Major, or Great Bear, is a constellation in the northern hemisphere. Many people are familiar with the 7 stars that form the tail of the bear, known as the Big Dipper. We're going to learn more about the Big Dipper in our mystery science lesson today, especially about this star, and another star that's off to the north. Oops, speaking of which, close to Ursa Major is Ursa Minor, or Little Bear. Polaris, or the North Star, shines at the tail of Little Bear. Polaris is well known because its position in the sky barely changes. Since ancient times, travelers have used this fixed star to help them find their way, the North Star. So we're going to be learning in mystery science that if you find the Big Dipper, which is almost always visible in Wisconsin, and you trace the outside part of the ladle or spoon or pot, those 2 stars, and then if you just go right up to the north, you're going to find the North Star. And if you find that North Star and follow it, it will help you go north. So students in first grade, many of you have learned about Harriet Tubman and how she would help slaves get to freedom. And the way that she did that, because the slaves were in the South and they had to go north to get free. So what do you think she looked at? The North Star. She followed the North Star. Follow the drinking gourd is the name of the song. Follow the drinking gourd. If you follow the drinking gourd, which is another word for the Big Dipper, and then follow it to the North Star, that's how you will get to the north and become free. Stargazing. Sky watching is fun from anywhere. Find a place far from city lights for the best view. Computer apps can help locate stars, constellations, and planets. But you don't need an app to enjoy gazing at the stars. Okay. And here's a glossary with important words from our book. But in the interest of time, I'm going to skip the glossary. And I want to now show you a really cool video about the galaxies, especially about the Milky Way galaxy. So let me get that up here. There we go. We're going to watch this video about the Milky Way galaxy. Here we go. All right, first grade, we get it. All right, so I'm going to pause this video here, and then in the next video, I'm going to show you a quick, um, another quick video about the places where stars are born, and then I'm going to show you um, what to do during the mystery science lesson and the worksheet to send in. All right, thanks a lot.